What up? How's
You
it
can
going?
you can find the lists in the chat. Type exclamation mark lists. That's what you could do. And then you can also see the bracket for this tournament. We are looking at 6 units of salamanders battling it out against 40 Blight Kings and a Great Unclean One. We don't know who's going. The Blight Kings get to choose who goes first.
Yep.
Who is going first? It's the real question.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that information while they just discuss each other's lists, I think.
Oh, okay. I normally discuss my opponent's list before I put my models down.
Me too.
That's my general tactic. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that as a tactic, but that one works for me. It's a Warhammer kind of Saturday. Yes, thank you everyone for joining us live for these events. They rock my world, and you rock my world. James, you've been wonderful today, as always. We got this same event happening again in 2 weeks. Join us again for that. I'm looking forward to it. I won't lie.
I can't believe he's knocking these out every 2 weeks.
It's unbelievable. I think we should give him some support next week. We'll do we'll do some coverage and maybe even put up a prize.
Sounds good.
That's true. Yeah, the Seraphon players picture does look a little bit like a Fire Slayer from afar, but when you get up close, you can see he's actually got the Cocoa Pops characters as his, and then Abaid.
No, that's Rice Krispies for a start.
Oh no, you're right, Rice Krispies. How topical of you, James. And then, as you can see here, the Abaid has just got like a little whatever he's got. I don't know what that's called. Proposition Joe, nice name, Prop Joe. Says Heart says Nurgle brothers, head says Seraphon. Trouble with going second is most Nurgle is that Harbinger's command ability is not up. So
That
the Blight Kings tend to guy. Yeah, Seraphon players pick looks like a Fire Slayer. So, but you do have to ask yourself about the range. Yeah, the Salamander's range, even with their first, they can only teleport 1 unit, so they definitely can't. Even 3 Salamanders can't wipe out everything. And Abaid is generally a pretty cautious player. Oh, they've agreed to the handshake. Nice.
Yep.
It's off.
So, I believe he's given first turn to the Seraphon.
Oh, wow. So Seraphon got the first turn. Because they're not going to be able to hit on the first turn, are they? Their movement 12, so that's 15 inches with their bonus for being in Fangs of Sotek. And then they shoot... no, their movement 8, sorry, and then they shoot 12. Sorry, so... either way, 23 inches is their effective range on the first turn, and they're just not close enough. They're not just close enough. What up, Scrivo? Oh, Scrivs, I miss you so much doing live coverage every day. I've been updating the scores, and I'm like, oh, why haven't you updated the scores? That's because I'm doing it. That's the answer. Miss you loads. How many fire lizards? So there are 6 units of fire snakes. Please, any names that you can come up with other than Salamander. Fire Snakes is one. Hot Boys, there's another good one. How do you feel about Flame Boys, James?
They can only use that name if they shout flame on every time they shoot.
That works. Okay. So he's got 6 lots of Salamanders, which means he obviously has got 6 by 3. So 18 Flamey Boys.
It's so sad you have to take all those wound markers with them.
The skink wound markers. Yeah, I agree. There's some Hot Boys. Salad Mandems. I don't think that works at all.
Oh.
My girlfriend just agreed with that. Warmaster agrees with Hot Boys. Okay, I like Hot Boys. And what are we going to call the Nurgle Blight Kings then? If they're not Blight Kings, what are they going to be?
Boys.
What?
Fat Boys.
Fat Boys.
They're pretty fat.
They are. They're swollen with the blessing of Nurgle.
Or Bloat Boys.
Bloat Boys.
Did you ever play Theme Hospital back in the day with
I
bloaty
fucking
heads?
loved Theme Hospital. There's a new Theme Hospital out on Steam, by the way. You should check it out. It's not Theme Hospital though. It's called Hospital World or something. But it looks rad.
There was one a few years ago. I've got.
What about Bloaty Boys or Smelly Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. They get that turn over.
So the Salamanders. Oh my God! Amazing. Turn 1 over for the Salamanders.
Fastest game of the weekend. Let's go.
There you go. Fastest game of the weekend. Well done. Straight away. This, by the way, is called flipping the script. It's a pretty good system. You just do a bunch of abilities and you just go, cool. I'm already happy with my deployment. Your turn, sunshine. Now it's all whether or not Mark is going to go for the double. Is he just going to run everything forward, throw it into his opponent's face? He's only got one command point though. So if he wants to pop the Blight's ability and the Harbinger ability at the same time, he's going to need 2 command points. Yeah. That's the real point. So maybe he'll just do the same thing this turn. He'll just be like, over to you. What do you feel about that?
It's the sensible option. So that the Lord of Blight only has any point, doesn't it? If
you can use his ability.
Yeah, if you can use a bit. Sorry, I'm laughing at them. Basically, the Nurgle player is sat there going, "Oh, I feel like we're just going to play a game of chicken. Don't really want to move."
I think that's what they're going to do. This is going to be.
The idea that this is turn 5. I like the idea. In a minute, I'm going to look up and it'll be like, "Cool, turn 5, done."
Not gonna lie to you, don't mind that today. Not after the last game.
Really warm.
It's really warm. I know, it's so warm. I saw you having an ice cream earlier. You deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it. And everyone else who's listening, you also deserve an ice cream and a cuddle. In a well-ventilated room, obviously. What's Mark going to do? What's he going to do? Do we know what is where his wheel is on the wheel of contagion?
I know that he chose to keep it where it is.
Oh, okay.
But there is nothing to show where we are.
He's definitely going to do a cheeky Mystic Shield on the Blight Kings.
Yeah.
And then I imagine.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that go off. And then I reckon we're also going to see I don't know what the right decision is here. Maybe just hold off, get more CP. That's what he wants. Just get as much CP as you can get. Abaid isn't racking up summoning points because he's got no slan. He's just fire lizards. You know, hot boys versus bloaty boys. This is what we got. It's a battle of the ages.
Although Nurgle gets summoning.
Apparently, that deployment, though. This is the deployment. Not enough Sallies. Not enough Sallies, says Bleed Thief. I actually don't know how he gets more Salamanders in unless he takes a few less characters. He's basically maxed it out. It's the 3rd meme list of the day. We've had 3 meme lists on today, and I've loved it. We've had 18 Scourge Runner Chariots. We've had 6 Sharks. And now we're looking at 18 Salamanders. To be fair, Mark's is also a meme list.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 40 Blight Kings. That's 160 wounds with a 4-up armor save. That's gross. Gross.
Now re-rolling 1. Oh no, he's put it on a smaller unit.
Oh, I see. What, a little cheeky...
Put it on the green? I think there's 10,
on the greens. Right? On the greens. I wonder if he's even going to do anything. Oh, because look, he's left some... I don't know if you noticed, but he's left some bait right here. On the bottom left-hand corner. Cheeky bait.
He's running.
Oh, is he? Is he just doing it?
Not very good. Oh. Okay.
Is he going to do it? So Andrew Simmons seems to be unimpressed with the 40 Blight Kings competitive. Oh no, the 40 Blight King is a competitive list. It's a real gatekeeper. It's more of like a, can you kill this much stuff?
Yeah, I feel like 40 Blight Kings, or the Blight Kings thing's just attrition, right? It's someone basically playing a list that's just like, can I weather enough storm?
Yeah.
The damage output's okay, but I don't think it's enough to take out like OBR.
No, because it doesn't have any. Actually, so he's playing it the Blight Cyst.
So it gets -1, right?
Yeah, so it gets Rend 1. I'm just going to double check that just to make sure I've got it. Otherwise, I don't want people to think I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? No one wants that.
No one.
No one. Where is the Blight Cyst? Come on, Blight Cyst. Lord, there's the Affliction Cyst. Blight Cyst. Blight Kings all get Rend of 1, and within 3 inches, Lord of Blight can shoot his Death Heads instead of the default single unit. So Rend 1 across the army. I mean, what more do you need? Do you ever need more than Ren 1?
Yeah, 3.
So Pete Pratt says, shut up, it's a fantastic list.
Who said
Also,
that?
every time you kill one in close combat, Pete's amazing. Every time you roll, you kill one of these, you're going to take a mortal wound. So he has to remember that. He's got to be quite cagey. Fantastic guy, what up? I have no ties to Wales other than I played Bart once. I thought knowing someone from Wales is the only requirement to play for them. That is actually the only requirement to play for Wales.
I didn't think that was even the requirement. I thought it was just anyone that could roll dice that doesn't associate to another country's team.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Team Wales is kind of like the dance floor at a wedding. In the someone.
Uncle.
Well, no, is that someone has to go up at some point. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter who does as long as someone does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's important.
Good old Team Wales.
Oh, Pete, how do they get Ren 3? Ren 3 how? Tell me, Pete. Say the ways in the chat so I can see. But we know for a fact that they get a 5+ DPR because of that Harbinger of Decay. So he's going to be really important and is going to be target number 1.
He hasn't used that command ability though, right?
No, because he's just going to save up the command points. I've told you.
But if he doesn't double turn, he's going to now get shot to death.
No, because they're not close enough.
He's just walked forward.
Yeah, but so in the first turn, the Salamanders get +3 movement.
That was right. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody stands a chance versus Team Wales this year, says Broccoli Boy. I mean, you're not going to play this year, Broccoli Boy.
I'm guessing that's his joke. And it was Team Wales this year, I hear.
There's no Festus in this list. I don't think. There isn't a Festus. No, the only thing in this list, if you type !list, there's a Lord of Blights, there is a Harbinger of Decay, and there is the Great and Clean One of Nurgle. Good day, Bogler. Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It's me and James. He's my co-host. Hey, James. And
How's it going?
We're bringing you the third game of the day. It's looking pretty fun. There you go. You can see some cheeky measuring. It looks like you could drop in maybe a 1 Salamander there, but he's got no 1s. Got no summoning to do. Oh! He's going to leave the backfield unprotected.
Oh. I think this was my point earlier, I think. Like, having to leave those 2 squads of 5 right at the back.
Oh, favoured
to
boxes.
deal with the teleport.
Yes.
It's big.
Yeah. But if he just abandons that plan and just runs forward like a maniac.
Yeah, I think that's actually how he'd have to play, right?
But then he also is then that's a failure because he teleports a unit onto the objective, So he's just going to have to really rely on these 20 Blight Kings and these 10 Blight Kings doing the job. But you know, they're not close enough right now. Look at this. Let's do some measuring. Oh no, I picked up a Salamander by accident. Apologise.
I love the fact that you just pick things up.
21 inches.
You'll get banned.
21 inches to get across that board. I do want this.
Priority roll.
Oh, priority roll straight. Oh, wow. Okay. It's gone to Salamanders. Seraphon get the choice.
Giving it away.
It's like the worst game of chicken in the world. That's what it is. Seraphon is sat on 1 CP, with Nurgle being sat on 2 CP.
He's doing the thing where he chooses D3 units on the table.
Oh, yes. He's going to be... Surely he's got to pick the...
Yep.
He's going to pick the characters, the skink heroes, right?
1.
Okay. There are 3 skink heroes in the list.
He got 2 elf and 2 skink priests took. One took 1, one took 2. The general, I think, is the green base guy, so he took 2.
Okay, so you got a skink priest here, a skink priest here, a skink priest here who's the general, and then an additional skink priest here. So the teleporter's already won in the game. Ooh. Ooh, interesting little thought there. I think it could be right. He could be right.
Which teleport? The teleport behind?
The Seraphon teleport, but also don't forget Nurgle have got summoning, right?
Yep.
They've got 11 points now. They can bring on plague bearers. Yeah, have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? That's God,
How
God
many
damn
did you
it!
get? 5.
God damn it! Have you thought about that? What? How many you can get? You can go all the way up. You need to keep summoning. That's what he needs to
Yeah,
do.
but 11 points. It's got to be. Oh, he's gonna try and cast to change the wheel. Doesn't go off.
I reckon he's going to try and just keep pinging, shooting the
Yeah.
characters. Hashtag shoot the characters. Oh, what's he just cast? That's the real question.
He cast to heal the right one.
The Great and Clean one.
Oh no, sorry. He cast to put Mystic Shield on the big block, and the Great and Clean one last turn had done. So this turn and last turn did the +1 to cast, and then used his ability to heal himself.
Yeah. Well, while this matchup of the meme list is going on, this is part of the Trollslayers Wargaming Club tabletop tournament, and there is games aplenty kicking off. And our man in the field, as well as the tournament organizer and sponsored by Thatcher's Cider himself, Adam Mumford, is here to tell us what's been happening at the rest of the event. Hi, Adam.
Oi, oi, oi.
What's been going on?
Well, on table 1, you've got Benjamin Sava versus, I always butcher his name, so I'm not going to try it, Seraphon. So you've got the Deepkin versus Seraphon. And they have literally just started, so not got much to update from there. Table
We're on
2.
turn 2.
Oh, all right, big shots. You know. Table 2 is Dan Arnold with his Deepkin versus Benji with his Ossiarch Bone Reapers, and they are just about to go into. So Dan Arnold just had his first turn and charged his unit of 9 Ishlen Guard into the unit of 15 Death Riders and did nothing. And the Death Riders did nothing back either. So I think the idea of that was to literally just lock the Death Riders in place. Because the problem with the Ossiarch Bone Reaper list is he's got very little units. And by the looks of it, Benji's going to sit back and do nothing as well with his turn. And wait out until after turn 2. Because that is when Dan will be striking first as he's Futhan.
Okay.
And then down the tables a bit, I'm going to comment on the Sylvaneth again. Sylvaneth are playing against Fire Slayers in this mission.
Dear.
Oh, God.
But Matt seems relatively confident that he can take it. He seems happy because Matt quite likes his burn missions with Sylvaneth because he's always got his little teleport in the bag. So it's whether the Fire Slayers can do enough in the first few turns before Matt just teleports on all the objectives and steals them all. So, because obviously the Fire Slayers don't have that many units, he's going to have to run at Matt, and then Matt can just run away.
Yes, but this isn't like your typical Fire Slayer list. If you guys are listening, this isn't your typical Fire Slayer list, as you might be thinking about. It is, of course, got a bunch of Magmadroths in it.
It has 3 Magmadroths in it.
Yeah, so quite unique, which I think is quite cool, right?
Yeah, it's very cool. So Matt is relatively confident against that, but it's whether that confidence will actually work out.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, excited for that. Everyone's excited about the shark meta. I, for one, am excited about Fire Boys versus Chunky Lads. And we've seen this. Like we said, we're already into turn 2, Adam. They've just basically just
Oh my
both
God.
gave up on. They both just gave up on turn 1, and now
That's
we're
fair.
seeing. Yeah, and now they're just pushing forward. You're seeing some quality work by Mark, while moving forward, while also still screening at the same time.
I was half waiting for him to start moving backwards.
That's the true tactic. I always do that with Bloodthirsters. That's my main plan. Just get them away from the action, because that's where they're worst in the action.
What do you mean worse? Can
Well,
they get any worse?
It's very tough for them to get any worse. This has been a very big day of ragging on Bloodthirsters, isn't it? It's been
Fuck
pretty...
Bloodthusters.
Yeah,
As
it's
the
been pretty-
Trollslayers always say, fuck Scarbrand.
He's just the worst, isn't he?
We fucking hate him. He's an enemy of the club.
Oh wow. Okay, well that seems fair. But yeah, Mark. So Obeid actually won turn 2, and he gave the turn away to Mark. And Mark now
No.
just going all aggressive. I think.
I don't know. Like I just don't feel like he's committing enough. Like that big block of 40 is kind of wasted because they're still daisy chaining back. And I understand he's trying to block teleports, but
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard mission though. Like he's
Yeah.
but that's why. Adam, can you tell us about your choice of scenarios today, and how come you chose some of them?
So I'll start with Better Part of Valor because that's what I'm playing. So in tournaments that I tend to run, I generally put in a burn mission because they're personally my favourite, and I genuinely think they give the best games, and they are the tightest games normally. It's just because you sort of have to play with your opponent, not just against them, because you've got to be wary of teleports. You've got to, once an objective's gone, it's gone. You can't score it. And I just think they just make really interesting games and really competitive games as well, because you've both got to be thinking about almost 2-3 turns ahead, because if I burn this objective now, am I fucked later? So that's the reason for the Better Part of Valor. I can't even remember what missions we played, to be honest. I think Battle
you
for the
played Better Part
Pass
of Valor, Battle for the Pass,
Oh yeah.
and Escalation. So I whacked in Escalation because the last 2 tournaments we haven't done a core book mission. So I had a look through the core book missions, and I saw Escalation, and that's just a really cool mission because it means you get the varied army lists. So if you've gone full tilt and taken 6 big monsters, they're all going to be starting at the back. So it means you kind of have to you change your army list in a way that you're not fucked in that mission, and it gives other, like, it's just a cool mission if I'm honest. But that's the reason for that one, because it means people have to be taking varied army lists, and if they don't, they could be at a bit of a disadvantage in that mission.
I actually think it's really good against Castellan armies. Like it really, I think Escalation. I think between them, Escalation and Better Part of Valor, the 2 that we're talking about here, are 2 missions that really they do a better job than Total Commitment of balancing out scenarios. That's my take on it a lot of the time. So I think
To be fair, the only missions I don't like are the hero missions, so Duality of Death and Places of Arcane Power.
Yeah, because if a hero is in a list, normally it's already really good. Like it only.
It's not really that for me. It's the fact that the games tend to be over turn 1 in those types of missions, because whoever takes first turn moves on to the objectives and then goes, "Cool, kill me."
Yeah,
and if you can't do it, then you lose. And it's
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and I also think that the characters that can survive it are the characters that always make it into army lists anyway, right? Like.
Yeah.
So. Yes, but great missions. So thanks for picking them.
Great missions, great guy.
Yeah, great missions, great guy. Great lists, great guy.
It's alright. I'm on the Thatchers now. I've finally cracked them open.
Oh,
so
did
we're
you?
gonna
Oh,
smash
those
them
2
out.
Thatchers you got.
Yeah, buddy.
But you have got some more money for a couple more Thatchers for next time.
I know.
so
I haven't
that's
had time to go and get them, so they'll be bought after the show or after the tournament, and we'll get fucked up tonight.
Yeah, but big love to War Mills for donating those. So thank you.
My hero.
Yeah, what a legend. So we actually seen. Sorry, James, you've been keeping track. You've been seeing what's been going down.
So the skinks had some heads thrown at them.
Oh, some death heads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Killed 2, I think.
Okay, so 2 death heads. So not really. I mean, we're only in turn 2, and so far we've lost 2 skinks. But this unit of Blight Kings definitely now saying to Obeid, start hitting me, buddy. And the real question is, he's only going to be able to bring 6 salamanders to bear. I don't think he's going to be able to bring, or maybe he'll be able to bring a couple more salamanders to bear over onto that centre unit. But it's whether or not he's going to actually push off now, I think is going to be the key. What do you think?
Salamanders are shit.
Warhammer Rob, this is the list with all the salamanders versus the list with all the Blight Kings. I think people on Tabletop Simulator are really taking advantage of the copy and paste mechanic
Yep.
that's very easy to use.
I have just been sent a screenshot from Matt, the Sylvaneth player,
Oh, yeah?
of 2 magma dross in his deployment zone, and then another screenshot of they're both dead.
Oh, so Sylvaneth maybe have killed some magma droths.
That's turn 1. He's already killed 2 magma droths.
Oh, wow. Wow, so it's going well for the Sylvaneth. You're really pro Sylvaneth today.
I am. It's only when it's Matt.
Oh, okay.
I taught him everything he knows.
um,
And he's still
80,
shit.
80 Mac, the last game was won by the Eels, or by the Sharks specifically. So it was fun seeing them take out the tourney. Well, they're playing for the top spot, are they not? Is that not right, Adam?
Yeah, so at the moment, Benjamin Sava is the rank 1 right now. He's got the highest amount of tournament points. And he is playing at Seraphon, who is 1 tournament point behind him.
Ooh, so it's very close.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good battle plan for Seraphon, and not necessarily the greatest battle plan for Idneth. But I guess we'll see, right?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's got sharks, right?
Who are you rooting for in that situation?
Well, as a long-time shark player, I'm going for the sharks.
Okay. Look at what's going on off over here. So we're getting all of the buffs put on over here now. So we got +1 to hit on one of the units of salamanders, and then are we seeing +1 to hit again put on a unit of salamanders?
So there's 2 units there, isn't there? So there's a purple unit and a green unit. So I'm guessing they're about to go ham at those Blight Kings.
Yes. I think we might see that happen very much so. So the Skink Priest, who is behind him right there. So just to let you know what the Skink Priest does. So the Skink Priest has got a command ability, which is you can use this command ability in your hero phase. If you do so, pick 1 for any Skink unit wholly within 18 inches. You can add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made by that unit. A unit cannot benefit from this command ability more than once per phase, but he can use that command ability more than once. So that means he's used it twice. And also, in the hero phase, you can pick 1 friendly skink unit within 12 inches of this model and roll a dice on a 3+. Until your next hero phase, that unit can run and still shoot and or charge. And it can add 1 to its save rolls for attacks that target that unit. So they have the salamanders. One of those units of salamanders could run and charge and has a 3+ save as opposed to a 4+ save.
Yeah.
So, Fearshawn, just to answer your question, if you want to you went to the Steam store to download Tabletop Simulator, and then you install some of the mods for the Age of Sigmar stuff. I'm going to put a blog post on the Oswald Game website at some point over the weekend, and then we can just link it in the chat anytime we ever have a chat. We never have to say it again. That's the plan, right? That's the smart cookie. So we're going to see. Warhammer Rob made a really good point in the chat. He's like, is the counter to Salamanders just Blight Kings? And I was like, maybe. I mean, it's a lot of wounds.
Find out.
We're about to find out. So you got +1 to hit, so they're now hitting on 2s.
So they're going to be -2 to hit because it's 20 Blight Kings?
Well, did he use that command ability?
Oh. No. He hasn't used any command abilities.
I don't think he... Oh, which side is he on?
He's your side, so he's not used any command abilities.
Yeah, I don't think he has used any command abilities. So instead of being -2 to hit on the Blight Kings, which is a command ability from the Lord of Blights, which is here, he hasn't done it. Harbinger Decay, I wonder if he spent the command point on that. It doesn't look like he does. He's on 2 command points. No, he must have spent a command point because... he brought on... And he's also, look at this, he's brought on some Plague Bearers. Bottom left-hand corner. Yeah.
Just to block it up. He has used a command point, but what's he used it on? Do we know? I'm guessing he'll have used... Oh, he used it on... what's its face? The Harbinger of Decay, because it moved him into the position.
Right, okay, perfect. So that means this whole unit... This 80 wound unit... has got a 5+ DPR save. So they've got a 4+ armor save, and they have a 5+ DPR save.
Purple salamanders are shooting them.
Hitting
Oh,
on twos. So they're hitting on twos, and they get to reroll. They don't get to reroll the ones, and then they're wounding on threes. Okay, so at Ren 2, those sixes you see there are D3 mortal wounds in addition. 2 sixes, big saves. Great work there, Mark. So this is all D3 damage now that he's going to stick a 5+ DPR on top of.
Oh. So he's taken 10 wounds from that.
So yeah, so 10 5-ups now. He's got to be gutted about that. So, but that's only 2 dead Blight Kings so far.
Yeah.
Right, only 2. So that's not. There's still 18 left in that unit, and he rolled terribly there, which was really upsetting for him. I'm quite sad for him on the saves. So I don't think they're going to do as much damage as we necessarily expected. But that's because he's not bringing all of it to bear, right? He's had to spread it out. So there's these salamanders. They really need to push up.
Oh.
So here's some more shooting now. That's
So
another
is it
2D.
D3 mortal wounds and D3 damage, isn't it?
Yes, D3 mortal wounds, and it just stops the activation.
Oh.
So these are all 5D3 damage, basically.
Oh.
Not great. Not great.
7.
Yeah, and then, there we go. So, again, another dead Blight King and another wound. So, like, based on those numbers, it's going to take him too long to chew through everything.
Yeah.
What do you... Like, that's a lot of time. So, he's going to have to
He might have to waste a command point on Battle Shock in those, though, I guess?
No, he's only lost 3. No, they get +2 bravery. 4. They get +2 bravery. Oh, +1 bravery because they're over the amount.
Yeah,
I think they should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty good tactic.
Oh,
straight into turn 3. Straight into turn 3. And it's been won by Nurgle. I reckon Nurgle are going to go for it. They have got to go all the way in. What do you reckon? So they're sat on 4 faction points, which is their summoning. So summoning these little Plague Bearer units. They've got 2 command points. They'll get a 3rd one now. VPs wise, both players are on 3 at the end of that turn.
They'll both be on 0.
Oh, wow, how come?
Because you don't score until you burn.
Right, okay, so that's perfect. Thank you.
They did clock VP at one point, which is if you've clocked it, that's why.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't score until you burn. So I told them in chat, and they re-updated their scores.
There you go. There you go. Thanks,
But
Pete.
they're having the same debate as last time, where they're hoping each other would.
There's a lot of people who really hope that they don't win the priority for some weird reason. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, Nurgle's taking the turn.
Okay, setting the Seraphon up for the double in this situation.
All Nurgle's stuff is healing D3.
Okay, so the contagion wheel is being activated, and he's healing D3 wounds to stuff that's been hit. We're definitely going to see these Blight Kings go in here now. I wonder if we're going to see another. We're going to see some more Plague Bearers summoned up to hold on to these objectives. You obviously can see that Plague Bearer unit there. They really want to free up those Blight Kings to just be free to do what they want, right?
Yep.
Did you just say Blight Kings just won the priority?
Yeah.
Oh, so they win the game then?
Why?
Easy. Well, all you do now, burn 2 of your own objectives and run forward. Win. Then you've only got to protect 1 from the salamanders, and you can easily block them out of the 9 inches. Run forward, kill them all, win. Easy. Boom, smashed it.
I don't think he can kill them all.
Boom, easy.
Okay.
You've been playing Eels too much. Boom, easy.
Fucking smashed it, mate.
We don't all play on easy mode, Deepkin players.
I promise you, that's all he's got to do, and then he wins.
All right,
No way can those salamanders kill all that. No chance.
I don't know. The Slammermanders, he killed, what did he kill? 4 with 2 salamanders then.
Seraphon
really
like a
bad
tier
rolling.
2 book. So, you know.
Yeah, Seraphon is a pretty weak book, let's be honest. It's barely making a ripple in the competitive scene either. I think that's the key element. It bothered almost no one.
Isn't it the most average book we've seen this year?
It arguably, with the KO being obviously the most overpowered one.
Yeah.
It's just too strong, the KO one. What to have boats? I mean, come on. To be fair though, Obeyed in this situation is putting a lot of, like, he's got 500 points worth of salamanders here doing nothing.
Yep.
He needs to be more aggro in the next turn. And in this situation, I don't know. I feel like Mark maybe doesn't even need to commit. Like,
No,
think
he needs to run forward.
The problem is, isn't it? I think at this point is if Mark doesn't commit, he's just going to get shot and lose on a minor anyway.
that's true. That's really true. That's a good point.
I don't think he can win a minor.
It would have been really fun if he'd have just sat in the corner getting contagion points and then just summoned a really rubbish Greater Demon of Nurgle.
Yep, and charge that in. Hope to clear one effective and win.
Yeah, I'd have been really into that. But we'll see if the action. I don't think that's going to be his actual decision.
No, not me.
Is he going to cast some spells? I mean, they've been
He
firing
cast
away on the
Mystic
turns.
Shield. That's his lot so far, but he is back up to 13 contagion points, so he can definitely summon again.
Some more Plague Bearers going to be. Darren Lee says Croak is too expensive in Seraphon. No, I agree, bud. Yeah, we all agree. Croak needs to get a little bit cheaper, I reckon, and probably. I'd argue make the points of the skinks a bit cheaper as well. They cost a bit much for what they do compared to what they used to do.
Yeah, that's true.
There'll be some new person who's listening who's like, I might not get Seraphon then. If they're not that good. Bless them.
And that's why we're doing it.
That's why we're saying it. There's enough for you guys. That's right. Also, the Bastillodon could do with maybe a 4+ DPR. Don't change the points. I just want it to be more survivable. Like something that ignores mortal wounds on like a 3+. Any of those things. A Forecast Wizard seems a little weak as well. Make it 5. Oh, look, he's gone in. Run and charge. Look at that. Slingshot with the... he's left a Blight King behind. I don't know if he knows. Oh, no, he has. There's 2. So run and charge with the Narmor available there. He's going in. All he's got to do is he's going to kill those skinks and take the objective.
He's going to roll all 6s to hit and get all the d6 extra hits. Win. Easy.
We've had a question from the chat. Do we know how our Nighthaunt player is getting on?
Terribly.
Oh, he's doing...
It's not gone well. He is currently 30th out of 32. It's not gone well, if I'm honest.
We never really asked this, but who's doing the worst at the minute?
The worst is...
Who's the worst player we've got this event?
Let's go.
Let's name and shame him.
Yeah. The worst person, and on for the wooden spoon, is Mr. Timothy, who is playing Cities of Sigmar. And I think he's running the Haluheart list.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So he's the one with the Haluheart. And yeah, he's currently 32nd.
Go on, Tim. You can do it. I believe in you. You'll be fine. So anyway, let's see what's happening. So as you can see, the real play here is to charge in with these green Blight Kings and get into this juicy backfield. If he could do it. I mean, Mark's done a great job of separating his army out. I mean, if you look at this situation here, these... these green Blight Kings probably are out of range also of the red and orange salamanders. I'd have been tempted to put my salamanders all in the centre. Do you know what I mean? And then as I saw, like... What?
Just gone for it.
Well, yeah, and just as like... and then, but now this unit at the bottom is just out of place to be able to engage.
He can teleport one of those, though, can't he? So if the blues can just about get in, the reds could teleport, I guess?
Yeah.
So for me, like, I'd be tempted to teleport those red salamanders somewhere in the middle of the board.
Well, I'd be tempted to maybe even just teleport them. Like, maybe just, like, at the bottom of where these green ones are. And then get into all the shooting this turn into these blocks, and then just have them pushed up for the later turns, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, it's very. It's very fun. This charge is going to be a really big charge on the green Blight Kings. Because if he fluffs it, it's not happening. It's
Yeah,
not
he's
happening.
committed a lot right now as well. That's the other problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's got two chances of the charge on the yellows. So if I roll really low on the yellows, I'd be tempted to just go for a big old re-roll, charge it up. I think that would work quite nicely. Nurgle sat on 2 command points, sat on 13 faction points. This one might be Mark's. You might see in a masterclass in how to play 160 wounds of the same dude. Copy pasted.
And then coloured.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's very close. We can't be into the shooting phase. Are we into the charge phase? Where are we at?
Still moving, I think.
Oh, so he needs to summon these plague bearers on the board. That's got to happen. He's going to put some more plague bearers down. Is he going to use his faction points to put down more plague bearers? Those plague bearers look pretty cute, don't they? Look at these guys, just having a great time. I'm here too. I'm trying to compete. I like plague bearers are always smiling, either in their face or in their stomach. But they're doing a smile.
They're all
right?
having a great day.
Yeah.
It's just because of the virus that's around at the minute. They're happy.
They're arguably too happy. The little buggers. As we
What
should tell them
virus?
off. Well, yeah, apparently it's a global contagion, but I've only heard about it today. I don't know what's. I didn't know. It's blown my mind.
I just thought I'd been sat in my house for 3 months for nothing.
That's just my life, to be honest.
Right, come on. So he's brought down some more plague bearers. There you go.
Yep.
Making it less likely that those objectives are going to be taken. I can't believe it's 6 whatever it is, contagion points for those plague bearers,
7.
but it's 7. That makes sense narratively, but it's 10 summoning points for 1 salamander, or I think it's 6 for 10 skinks, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But the Nurgle book is quite old, to be honest, so it's taken a while to get to where it's at.
5 plague bearers is terrible.
5 plague bearers.
Yeah,
Oh
terrible.
yes, yeah, it's terrible. Yes.
I mean, good for just doing this, but die in combat, no buffs, absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, they are. They are. They do suck.
Shooting.
Are we into shooting? Did you say?
Yep.
Okay, so some death heads going to be fired.
3 wounds on the skinks. 2
Ooh.
down.
Don't forget, did Mark win this turn? He did. He won the priority roll. He's taken this. This is all him, all aggro, all the time. Oh no, those salamanders are going to take a kick in.
Do you reckon?
Well, the Blight Kings could do really well. If they roll well, they've got Ren 1, man. It's a lot of attacks. Like, a lot of attacks.
Right, here come the charge rolls.
Okay, this is what's important. Big 3-inch charge. Where's he even rolling the dice? Come on. Did we see what he rolled?
Okay, so he's rolling for the orangey yellow Blight Kings first, just next to them.
A 5.
Oh.
Okay.
So the +1.
Okay, +1 to their charge. Doesn't get them all the way over there, but he will be able to just connect to the yellow and then move 2 Blight Kings down. But I would say that he doesn't want to do that because he'll only be able to get a couple of Blight Kings into the Salamanders, and then the Salamanders will be able to attack back in combat. And the Salamanders are almost as good as a Bloodthirster in combat. Or, in fact, better.
I mean, it's not much praise, mind, is it?
No. Let's. So it's 240 points.
Re-rolling it?
Oh, I knew he would. I told you, didn't I? I called that earlier.
Yeah. He's still debating it.
All right, he's doing a re-roll.
Oh.
Oh, really? Really, really, really?
Oh, I've changed my measurement.
So let's read out 3 salamanders compared to 1 bloodthirster. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So a normal bloodthirster, well, so if you do 3 salamanders with same points, just take it as 1 profile, they'd have 12 wounds with a 4-up save. But in close combat, they'd have 9 attacks, 3s and 3s, Ren 2 doing D3 damage, yeah,
Yep.
and any 6s to hit would cause D3 mortal wounds. Now that's the profile of 3 salamanders. Compare that to a bloodthirster, yeah.
And what is a bloodthirster?
A bloodthirster has got 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, Ren 2 doing D3 damage.
Okay.
Not as good.
But what is a bloodthirster? Like lore-wise, what is a bloodthirster? Remind me.
Oh, he's the representation, the demonic representation, and the highest echelon of demonic representation of the god of Khorne in the mortal realms.
Okay.
Versus 3 flamey boys.
And is Khorne the god of average boringness?
Yes, he's the most boring thing in the world. Obviously, we all
That
know
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that charge in, but as you see, he has elected not to bring the salamanders into the fight. So he's now really important. He gets this roll for these. I'd have re-rolled it. I'd have just risked it personally.
I think his issue is if he burns through all his command points, he's got
dead.
nothing left
Yeah.
to defend himself, isn't it? I think at this point, but for me, like this was an all or nothing round. What?
I think that's fair. Oh, so he's bringing. So is he
He's
charged?
trying to keep him in the Harbinger.
Yeah. So he's made the charge, and then he's just bringing him. So he's made a 5-inch charge, as you guys can see there.
So 8.
Sorry, 7-inch charge, 8-inch charge. So he's in there with 1. He's going to bring the rest in, but then he's going to put some over there so they're within range of the Harbinger. So the real question is we're going to have 4 salamanders worth of output now, shooting in to these Blight Kings. Do you think that they can take the Blight Kings out? This is what it is.
Because the other problem is that technically he could shoot the pinks and the blues at this green set now before he shoots those greens. So he might not even need to shoot those greens into them.
No, you're right. I think also you forget how good, we all forget how good salamanders are in close combat as well. So this is all of these shots, nearly 1,000 points of shooting, and then 1,000 points of combat from a Bade is going to go into what is still 120 wounds. Is that right? Yeah, 120 wounds of Blight King.
Which ones? The big block?
No, the block of the big block plus the little block together. So there's a lot of wounds here.
We lost some, didn't we, round 1?
Yeah, we did. But he has brought in the salamanders, so they are going to be able to attack, a couple of them at least, in close combat. So it's going to be... I can't wait to see. Whereas the Blight Kings are going to do little to no damage. They are just going to kill a few skinks. Oh, there you go. So he's piled in with the greens. That's what he's done. Piled in with the greens. So he's looking to kill those units off the objective. But he's not going to do it. There's still some skinks here holding the objective. There's still some skinks there. The counter-attack...
nowhere near enough.
No, the counter-attack here is going to be brutal. Oh, yeah, thank you. There's a... Because I'm going to ping it. Thank you very much, everyone. He's got a...
Oh.
He's got a Blight King right there in the tree. Just tell him it's missing a Blight King. Thank you very much, everyone at home. He's got 2 Blight Kings, in fact.
There we go. Oh, there's another one.
There's another one. There's 2. There you go. Well done, everyone. We all did it together. Well done, Dataless. Well done, team. Well done, team. But we might be getting some updates from the tournament from Adam right now. Hey, Adam, how you doing?
I'm fucking fantastic.
What's
on
happened?
Second can of Thatchers now. That's the update.
Perfect.
No, I've just been on table 1 talking to Benjamin and the Seraphon player. I'm going to try his name. It's Petari. Is that what I'm going with?
Isn't it Petra? Isn't it basically Polish Peter? It's Piotr or Petra.
I honestly have no idea, and I feel bad. So That's why I wasn't going to try and butcher it, but I did it anyway. But anyway, so they are just about to they're just about to go into priority for turn 2 to 3, and Benjamin has gone basically all out. He's gone, fuck it, I'm going to burn all 3 of my home objectives, and he managed to snag one of the Seraphon players' objectives. So he is currently sat on 7 points to 0, and whoever wins the next priority will more than likely win the game by the sounds of it.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunately, they were sort of like a little bit too far ahead until the priority for me to stick around. But I will definitely check on that in a minute. I know someone asked about the Night Haunt player. So I thought I'd checked out that game. And apparently the Night Haunt are doing okay, is what I got. They are fine. They just don't have enough output to be able to deal with whoever he's playing. I can't remember what the army was playing against. But yeah, that's not going too well, but it's fine. It's fine. I also checked in on Owen Jackson's game. And Owen seems like he's in quite a strong position, and he's playing Pask and his Archeon list.
Oh, nice.
So it is Khorne versus Archeon, and a unit of Varangard charged into a unit of 40 Marauders, attacked twice, and there's still Marauders left.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I don't know how that game's going to end, because Better Part of Valor is one of those missions where it can go either be over in the first couple of turns or go all the way till turn 5. So that one's looking quite tight. I also had a quick look at Benji and Dan Arnold's game. So Benji is Ossiarch Bone Reapers with Nagash and all the Death Riders, and obviously Dan is playing all the Eels. And it looks like Dan has done fuck all.
Oh!
So I when I last checked in on them, he charged a few Eels in, and I looked again, and the Eels are gone, and there's still all the Death Riders left. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. And they've also gone past the turn the Eel strike first.
Oh dear.
So yeah,
that's bad news for the Eels. Also sounds like a really fast game, so that's fun.
Fingers crossed. I think that's what at game 3 you always want a quick game.
I just want you to see, by the way, that 4 Blight Kings ended up rolling 3 6s or 4 6s, and I think he rolled for their D6 attacks. He rolled 2 5s, a 6, and a 2. So out of 4 attacks, he managed to generate 18 wound.
What did I say? Run forward, win.
Run forward, win. So it's whether or not. So he's nailed this one unit of skink screen really well, and his other 3 Blight Kings have womped into this unit of green skinks, but they're now for it. I think it's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be pretty bad. Swan, yeah, they have. Swan or Rick is not a big fan of Croak in the chat, but don't worry, there's no Croak in this list. There's just various. Do you know, as someone who owns 12 someone who owns 12 salamanders, I'm really happy, to be honest, about this, James.
You need 6 more.
Huh?
You need 6 more salamanders?
No, I think I would still like to put Croak in there just to upset people. Like, still... just to get summoning points, bro. Just summoning points. That's all I want. Or maybe even then just add in a Bastiladon just for the other lols. You know, just have that guy there. But now we're seeing some of the salamanders pile in. What is the BP? The battle points. There's no battle points right here. So it's Better Part of Valor. So you score them when you burn. So you hold objectives for a certain amount of time, and then you burn them, and you get that many points based on the round. So that's where we're at in the game. It's looking pretty devastating. I'm not gonna lie to you. The salamanders will do some pretty good damage here. I think there's only 2 of them are going to be able to attack, but we'll see. They do D3 damage each, though.
Oh. 12 damage those 2 salamanders just did.
12 damage?
Yeah.
Wow. Just 2 of them.
They've killed 2 Blight Kings just in combat.
Wow.
Without the handlers.
Yeah. No, the handlers aren't going to do anything. But now...
they did no mortal wounds back. 2 plus mortal wounds.
2, yeah, they do a mortal wound on a 2+. Oh my god, that's awful. I think 12 salamanders is fine. It's only 750 points, but like, it's just whatever. But again, we've talked about it. Yeah, the salamanders here are, they're brilliant. They're brilliant. They're probably too cheap. Which is awkward though, right? Because I don't know what I'd point them at. Because I think I'd rather they didn't have the combat profile. Do you know what I mean? But they have as good a combat profile. Two of them have as good a combat profile as a Bloodthirster, and not of incessant rage, but as whatever it might be. They're just really.
That's the problem, right? Is that they needed a weakness to them, and they don't really have it.
They've got a 4-up armor save as well.
Yeah.
And then all these skink handlers are just wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds in addition before you start taking wounds off the salamanders. And then before you're wondering, if you take the handlers off, you don't make the salamanders in any way worse. They don't even count as being there, really.
But they sell them together.
Yeah, yeah. Just buy them from Miss Miniatures. Honestly, if you buy them from Games Workshop, you're a mug. Like, and this is just someone who already owns 4 from Games Workshop back in Warhammer Fantasy Battle days. But if you buy them now from Games Workshop, you're a mug. As of this minute, from this sentence onwards. So if you bought them any time before this sentence, I'm not talking about you. So don't worry. But from now, James, right now.
Well, it was now like 20 seconds ago. So is it now or 20 seconds ago now?
Okay, now. From okay. Now. So that is the end of the turn. So we're going into Seraphon turn 2. Turn 3 even.
Yeah.
So good play from Mark there. A little bit unfortunate with his output. And now it's time to... Thankfully, the hero phase won't be particularly long. He's got a command point. He's only going to get to add +1 to hit on 1 unit. And I assume it's going to be this unit 3 salamanders, so it will also apply in combat. Yeah. He's also got the ability to run and shoot. But as you can see here, he's going to bring all of this to bear, I would assume. Yeah. So all of that is going to shoot into the greens. Maybe also fight into the greens as well. Maybe he's trying to... Is he trying to bait him off the objective? No. I was like, maybe he's trying to summon something onto this objective and bait him off, but he's not trying to do that. Which unit... Would you teleport the red salamanders so they were in the game? That's my question. Oh, no. Did we get kicked? James?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Mug, don't sit on the fence. I won't.
I will go check.
Okay. Well, the guys can always just reload the game. Like there's an autosave function. So if they just use the autosave, they should know. Both the players are playing a lot. Oh, such a shame. We finally were going to get to watch. We were finally going to get to watch.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, okay. I'll join on you, shall I?
His copy of Steam crashed, so they're just reloading now.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll just have to wait a minute, everyone. Sorry about that. Boop, 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 boop. You made them nervous. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make them nervous. That's fine. We're about to see all the salamanders go for town. James, do you reckon they're going to like knock it through the park?
I would be really excited to see them just go ham now. I think it would be super exciting just to watch a load of salamanders blow up. So the last time I fought a load of Blight Kings, I threw Marauders at them and blew loads up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Oh, it's just a message from one of the players, Mark, who is a lovely man. He said, save the game, so we should be okay. So, we've got an update from our infield reporter, Mr. Adam Mumford.
Hello. I've just been on table 1. I want to chat with the guys on there. So Benjamin Sava versus Pitari. I'm going with that. I'm sticking with it now.
Yeah.
And Benjamin just admitted that if he'd lost the priority, he'd actually just completely lost the game because he'd done his maths wrong.
Oh, really?
So he'd done the maths wrong, and if he had lost that priority, Pasari literally just won the game outright. But luckily, Benjamin has managed to win that priority, and it looks like he could just potentially win this turn, because it's turn 3, and we all know what his army does in turn 3.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. So that he almost lost because he hadn't done the maths right.
Yup.
Whoa, that's some big news.
So he got very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. Very, very lucky. Not gonna lie with that. That's super close. So he's won the priority going into the turn. So does it look like it's all over at that point?
He still didn't sound that confident, if I'm honest. So
I mean,
when I
he
was
just
talking
did
to him,
bad mental maths, right? So
exactly. So he didn't sound too confident, but he does sound like he's in a much better position now. Because by the sound of it, he was playing all for that priority, because we've seen what his army does on that turn.
Yes, it's going to be... yeah, that's cool. I wish we could see all the tables. Honestly, if we were doing our multi-table coverage in real life, I can't seem to get into the game, though. Don't know about you. Just waiting.
Is your game broken?
Oh, not our... Well, yes. Their game is broken, so we can't get into it. Oh, we're back! And we are back! Amazing. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. So the good thing about this tabletop simulator as well is it saves the game as it goes along, which is quite nice. So there we go. We're back in the hood.
I can be orange now.
So we're just waiting for these salamanders to do their tricks and do all the shooting. I can't believe that it looks like Sharks are going to have won the event against the dreaded Seraphon.
Yes. Yeah, so apparently the Sharks are the counter to Seraphon, everybody.
Yeah. So Brad Pitt the Lord says, shooting is new to me, but how do tournaments deal with line of sight in regards to shooting? Do people really squat down and determine if a unit is visible? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, obviously on TTS, you can just do this. Pew, pew, pew. But normally it's model to model. So this guy can see that guy.
I just tell people I've got line of sight, and if they don't like it, I'll punch them in the face.
I don't think that's what Adam really does. But...
It's too late, he said it now. It's on the internet.
Too late, that's what he says.
Fuck you, I've got a line of sight. I win, bitch.
Yeah, that's it. So line of sight all day. So yeah, that's all they do. People just like eyeball it. They're like, there you go, I can see, and it's easy.
Yeah,
easy
it's
as
not
that.
40k. No one brings a laser pointer.
Yeah.
People actually use those?
What, laser pointers?
Yeah.
They used to use them in 8th edition. They don't really use them nowadays.
Those guys suck. Gamey people. Jeez.
I met Rob with one of them.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me. Look at this.
Towel player with a laser pointer.
I like how he's measuring. Can we talk about the fact he's measuring the 3 inches here to these like Blight Kings as if, and this is the best bit, as if he is going to not wipe out this unit of Blight Kings in this turn. In shooting.
Maybe so he can charge them as well.
Yeah, maybe. I'd also like to see him teleport the red salamanders and shoot off the Harbinger of Decay first.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can get in range.
A good plan.
Yeah, I don't think he can get in range. Probably put the red salamanders and start... I don't know, would you bring them here and start shooting into all this to clear it off this turn? Or would you shoot off these guys at the back?
I think you kill the Harbinger and you delete a big part of his army, don't you? The Great and Clean one you're just ignoring at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like Great and Clean ones basically get ignored in every game they're in.
Yeah, they're not really that scary.
Give them a thermal rider cloak.
A thermal rider Great and Clean one?
Oh yeah, then they're terrified, mate.
What, terrifyingly... Like, is it just because they're harder to ignore?
That's how I used to play them. Just run around with a flying Great and Clean one. It was great.
Did it work? Was it good?
No.
Oh.
But it was hilarious to be like, hey, look, I've got +7 move.
So then you're moving what, like 7?
It was 13 inches.
Okay.
So it looks like he's not going to... I feel like a mistake he's making here is not just charging the salamanders in as well.
Yeah.
Just to do some more damage.
The red ones. I don't know if he'll need it though, right? So I feel like what he's going to try and do is shoot the pinks, shoot the blues, clear out all those greens, and then shoot the greens and the purples at the big orangey yellow block. At which point, I think he's probably won the game.
Well, so Mark's got a cheeky trick, I think, in his back pocket. He's able to put down a feculent Gnarlmaw in... I can't remember what the rules for deploying the Gnarlmaw are in the drop-down phase, but he might be able to drop them down and summon some...
9 inches away from it.
What, from a hero?
From an enemy?
Because you could summon within 9 inches of...
But it's pointless, right? So he's on 6 points, so he can summon 5. I don't think there's enough.
Yes, he probably doesn't have enough summoning points, which is it?
He'll easily summon 5, but 5's not going to do him any good at this point.
Well, I was just saying he could put down a Gnarlmaw, yeah, and then summon a unit from it, like a bit of a daisy chain, but that's not going to work either, because there's just not enough dudes. Which is a shame. 7 inches from the tree. Thank you, Swan or Rurik. So 7 inches from the tree. But it's all about putting down a new tree. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, just putting down.
So
you can put down more trees.
Summon a new tree 7 inches from the tree. He means, right?
Yeah, and then summon another tree.
Yeah.
And then another
it takes
tree.
Way too long.
And then just keep summoning trees. Yeah, and then he's just like forest, like he's just built a forest, a garden of Nurgle. That's all he needs to do. That's all the focus should be here. Just planting trees. There's a really cool battalion you can do where you can get to put down additional trees all the time. Super tempted to maybe take a list one time to a tournament, James, where all I'm actually doing is my own sub-story, which I don't tell my opponent about. And I just keep making... wild, like the Feculent Gnarlmaw one would be fun. Just keep putting down trees, and they'll be like, right, okay, yeah, he's put down 7 trees. He's got a plan, and I'll be like, but he hasn't moved off his objectives. I'm not sure what he's gonna do.
You could just take an army, like all the plague bearers that are never gonna die, and just plant trees.
Captain Andrew said that I did one time summon trees to block my Great and Clean One general in a corner of the board to hide. That's great. Just put him in the corner, then just surround him with Feculent Gnarlmaws. Oh, that would be amazing.
I want to know what that achieved.
It achieved some fun, James. That's why we're here. We're here for fun and adventures and a life well lived. That's what
I feel like whoever he was playing was probably crying in a corner about the fact that that's what their game was doing.
Oh, come on, Abaid. Do something with the bottom unit. Get him going. Where's that teleport? That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. It's not happening. Oh, he's decided to... Surely he's going to charge in with the purple.
Apparently not.
Oh, come on. Come on. I would play this list so aggressively. Like, the most aggressive. I just, like, stick them all in one group and just run forward and just put enough skinks that they can't double turn hit me. And I'll be like, let's go, baby. Yeah. Nurgle Summon is wholly within 12 of a tree or hero. Thanks, Captain Andrew. Okay, so you could do 12 and a 12.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Reds teleporting.
There we go. They got in. Yes. Well done.
Go, lad.
Their problem is they'll probably kill the plate bearers, so they won't be able to charge onto the objective.
They don't need to this turn, though, do they?
No. But what Mark could do next turn is just burn his own objective, just so to deny it.
But then he's already given himself... I think the problem is at that point he's almost given himself a major loss, isn't he? Because he's only got to hold for one more turn.
Hold the line! That's all we've
hold
got to do.
Line.
Hold the line! So which unit of salamanders is shooting now? That's the real question. Is it the Reds? We need to... I think it's the Reds. It's got to be. It's got to be. Oh, he's rolled terribly. He's rolled terribly.
So he's shot the plate bearers.
Okay, so that's all the plate bearers. They've got a disgusting...
They've got 5, yeah.
Yeah, disgusting resilience right there.
Gone.
Oh.
They were a waste.
No, they weren't, because they did make him teleport out. They made it. No, they made him teleport outside of 9 inches.
Wait.
It wasn't a
Just
way.
walk forward. Wait. Okay,
Oh,
so the
dear.
pink unit are shooting the green.
Okay. So which unit? Pinks.
The pinks are going to shoot the green Blight Kings.
Okay, so we're gonna see how much damage salamanders can really do. There you go. There's 2 6s. That's 60. That's 2d3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
So oof. They got a 6-up save here. This is pretty important. Save none of them. So that is 7d3 damage, but he has got a 5-up DPR against it. That's 9. Wow, that is 16 damage there. 16 damage gone into those Blight Kings. It's pretty scary.
Still not many Blight Kings, though. I think that's the crazy bit.
Yeah, it's still not going to kill loads.
Oh!
What an amazing set of saves. So he's just killed 7. He's just done 7 damage, so he's just killed 1. Not even killed 2. It's amazing. Wow. Wowee. So now the blue salamanders will be shooting as well. See if they can do better. That 5-up save was huge. Loads of shots.
Yeah, absolutely massive.
Oh, another 2d3 mortal wounds. He loves them d3 mortal wounds, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah, it's just.
And
like,
I mean,
imagine,
if they hadn't had that 5-up DPR, like he'd have got.
Yeah, that would have been horrific, right? So then he saved one of them, so it's only 4d3 damage. So nowhere near what it was last time. Last time it was 15. This time it was 6 damage.
Yeah.
And again, so another dead one. He just might not be able to chew through all of this. It's so much. Mark is sat on 2 command points, so he can battle shock, make these guys immune to battle shock. Here, the kind of turquoise teal salamanders are going to have to shoot into. Well, I suppose they could still shoot into the green, I guess, because they're locked in combat with them as well.
Okay, yeah. So Oh, hang on. He thought he was just in combat with the greens. Okay, so he's shooting the 3 tealy coloured ones into the green Blight Kings. Oh, that was a good bit of shooting. Not so good. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh!
3d3 mortal wounds. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Oh, this is 18 damage. 18 damage. Oh, he saved loads of it again. He's just laughing. 11 more damage. Imagine if he didn't have that 5-up DPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have tried to shut off that Harbinger, I guess, but...
Yes. But he has... I mean, he's still... Look at that. He's still gone through those Blight Kings. So he can't shoot those now, so he's going to have to shoot into the others. There's a lot of board clearance there. It's a lot of wounds.
My thing, like I don't see the Blight Kings clearing like the back end of Skinks and all those Sallies enough to, because they've now got a pile in for days, haven't they?
Yeah.
And if those ones on the right are going forward, the pinks.
Oh, he saved 3 6s there. That was really big, really big. So this is the last unit shooting into the big block. But to be fair, that unit of 10 Blight Kings is still not dead. There's a big block of 20 Blight Kings here. So it's another 5. So they've only lost. They've lost 3. So this will be their 4th that they've lost. So yeah, there you go.
Charging any.
So yeah, is he going to charge in the salamanders? That's the real question. The purple salamanders.
Yeah, he's not charging anything.
He's not charging anything. Wow, just waiting, hoping to get the priority. If he does the priority, he gets to do the same thing again and clear the board.
I think if he gets a double, it's gone, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because then he can
because
then he can teleport the blues even closer to those Blight Kings as well. and start to threaten that part of the board. It's just so much output. Imagine if he hadn't had those 5-up saves. What did we see? Something like 50, 60 damage come out of those salamanders. And he rolled really well. He rolled really, really well.
Oh,
what's he rolling now? Oh, combat.
That's combat.
Oh, that's 4d3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
That's them in combat. That's outrageous.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, not so good.
No. I mean,
11 damage.
Yes. I mean, that's in combat, though, man. That's still crazy. These guys got a 4-up save. Those are 5-ups. They're amazing. And only another dead one. Those 5-ups are so good. It's kind of like the accidentally perfect counter. Just like, I've got 80 wounds with a 5-up DPR save, and the Seraphon guy's like, no! No! Oh, they're so fun. The Salamanders should be 100 points per one, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even 120. Maybe even 120 per one. Not 80. 80 is wild. Way too high.
Too low?
Too low, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
You just offended people in chat then.
Yeah, they're just silly.
This is the other problem, I think, now, is these Blight Kings, like, he's only going to get a couple in, and he can't come too far forward or he's going to lose disgusting resilience. No?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, he's gonna have to start taking away from here soon. I mean, the problem with stringing back like this is he's further away from the objective.
Yeah, well, and the ones on the right side are doing nothing. Like they're just a waste. Because if he goes in, piles in any further, things are gonna get into him.
No, he's still okay now. But yeah,
the one should have jumped him forward. I think. Like he should have jumped it.
This priority roll is going to be massive.
Yep.
But even if Obey doesn't get the priority roll, I don't really see what can be done. I guess maybe he's got enough Blight Kings to maybe kill the Salamander unit now. And he might try and flood the board and just kill them all, but there's 10 skinks are there. There's not a lot of bodies there.
I don't think he's even got Blight Kings to clear them.
No.
How many wounds are there?
What?
How many block of Salamanders?
In the block of Salamanders, they got 3 wounds each. They got 4-up armor save, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional handlers that also, for some reason, get the 4-up armor save. So they're just additional wounds, basically. Perkysaurus, nice to see you in the chat. I hope you're well. Come on, Slanuel Jackson, kill them all. There's not even a Slanuel Jackson. It's just Salamanduel Jacksons. That didn't work. But they're going to slam hard. That's what they're going to do.
It's been cool to see like that obscene amount of damage output, I think. It's been really cool to see the amount of damage they could churn out.
Yeah, it has. Well, I mean, do you think we've seen a true testament of it based on the oh god.
The DPR saves?
Yeah, DPR save, yeah.
Well, yeah, because we could still see the damage that was coming out of it, I think. Oh my god, he's risking this battle shot.
Is he? Where's his dice
He's
roll?
risking it and not command pointing it.
Oh!
That was a big roll.
That was good. That was good. He needs those CP. Look how important those CP are to him. But we got
the battle shocking those Salamanders.
6. Oh! 1. Oh. Is he...
He only loses 1 skink. He didn't choose the Salamander. That's weird, right?
Why didn't he take the Salamander off? That makes no sense.
Priority.
Priority. So Nurgle, obviously the Nurgle dice. Salamanders, that green dice. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh! The Nurgle win it! They're in with a chance. But do you think they'll give the turn away? James,
yeah, he's
do you think
taking it.
I don't think he's... these aren't big Saurus Knights. These are Salamanders. Little cheeky boys. That's what they are. Tss, little flamey boys. Just being outrageous. That's what they are. They look great. Great. Those are the Total War ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I think all the Seraphon stuff's amazing because people someone went to the hassle of ripping it all from Total War, didn't they?
Yeah, and it looks great, really great. What isn't good, obviously, for everyone listening at home, is the Games Workshop Salamander models. Never pick those up. Only ever get the Miss miniature ones, unless or Kitbash. The other ones I've seen are good Kitbash Cornhounds.
Yep.
Those are good. Those are good. James, do you mind carrying the show for a minute while I just take a small moment?
Yeah, bear with me 1 sec. I will open the chat and I will chat to some people on the internet. You carry on.
While we see what else is happening around. I don't think Adam's still here, but we might get an update on what's happening in the events sometime soon. This is obviously Battle Round. This is now Battle Round 4 that we're in. And we're making good time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I like IDMac. That's a nice little comment about them turning you on. They're on fire, so hopefully they'll heat you up when you get to place them. The game's having a nice little plod along. So what we're basically seeing is, at this point, Nurgle's taken the turn because I don't think he had much of a choice. What he's basically working out at this point is there's no way that he can stop Seraphon teleporting. So I think his main aim is kind of tying up the red salamanders so they can't get on the point. But I don't see that without measuring the things to show, which I'm not going to do. I don't see how he can come all the way forward to those red salamanders and not leave a 9-inch gap to just teleport 10 skinks onto that objective. He's got enough summoning points to put 5 plague bearers down. Maybe that's the plan. Yeah, Twitch chat, where we at? What are you thinking? There's a bunch of you in here. Judar Day. The really good units don't tend to ever end up in star collecting boxes. Because why would they? Also, salamanders are crazy priced because they're still one of the few things that are fine cast. So yeah, we're having basically a standoff here. So his hero phase is over. He's done his best to kind of. He's got. He's gained a CP and put it in the Harbinger because why wouldn't you? So yeah, that's where we're at the minute. I think realistically, for me, like at this point, it's all for this Nurgle player to put this back. You might think otherwise, and if you do, I'd be interested to see. Just to see what you reckon. I can't see. I literally can't see how he wins this at this point.
Hey, James.
How's it going?
Oh, really excited to be back. That was great. Yeah. So, what's happened since I've been gone?
There's basically been a load of just general chit-chat between the players.
Oh, nice.
What they can't kind of see is, well, I think the Nurgle players realistically struggling to see how he can tie up those salamanders that are going for his objective while also holding his objective.
So they can't just teleport on it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he's got so many skinks. So one of the questions that was asked was, how does your teleport work, basically? And board was the answer.
What did he say? Bullshit.
Board wide.
Oh, yeah. Do you need to be near a hero? No. Where do you teleport from? Board wide. To where? Board wide. Like, do you have to be within 6 inches of a table edge? No. I just teleport one unit anywhere I like on the board at any point.
Whenever
well, no, at the end of your movement phase. But it's still great. Like, it's it's a bonkers power level. The more you actually experience the Seraphon book, you just see more and more like like that board-wide teleport. You're like, oh, that's pretty great. But salamanders, by the way, in the old edition, everyone, or in the last book, they were only 8-inch shooting. So you would teleport them, and they wouldn't be able to shoot. It was really good. It was a risk versus reward mechanic. But now they're 12-inch shooting, so you can teleport them and shoot. It's great.
I think that's the crazy thing, isn't it? Like when you look at old salamanders and you're like, oh, I can't teleport them and and shoot. So I've just seen AD Max comment to you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, that wasn't it. There's no mirror in the bathroom here, so I wasn't able to do it. Because if I'm not looking at myself directly in the eye, it doesn't work.
Okay. Did you not take the photo you've got of AD Mac in there?
Anyway, come on. I know it's a third game, but let's keep it together.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, boss.
It's fine. Someone needs to get a Street Hammer TTS tournament. We start collecting boxes. It would be nuts. Dude, I agree. But the problem is you are not allowed to. You can only play Street Hammer out in the streets where it's real. That's what I reckon. Come on. What are the Nurgle? What's he even doing? Mark can't win it. Can he?
No.
I really believe in what he's been trying to do, though.
I think, so I'm not even sure there's anything that Mark's done that I would say was wrong or badly played or a bad decision. I just don't think, the match and the map-up gave him any chance to win this.
I would say the only thing that I would change about everything he did, and I agree with everything he did apart from this, is re-roll the charge on the big block of Blight Kings at the start.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the only reason I say that is I feel like he could have got deeper into these and been hitting them. But, so he just hasn't had a lot. But then again, he needed to be faster with the Harbinger of Decay as well to get him to get the...
Yeah, he needed to be pushed up more, I guess, didn't he? That's it.
Yeah. The other thing you could do, obviously, is flip the table and make it a draw. That's the right decision, I think. But he doesn't have to do that, but it's just a really good potential.
Yeah, if you just flip the table, that is a draw, right? New rules of Warhammer. If you flip the table, it's always a draw. No, I heard those were Games Workshop official now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Heard it here first.
Well, with the removal of ITC as a gaming format in 40k, who knows what stuff we're going to see in the future for Warhammer. That's just been announced today. That's some pretty big news that's happened in the Warhammer world.
Oh, okay.
If you're a 40k fan, I don't know you're getting into it, James.
Well, I've just started, but I don't really follow any rules.
Perfect.
I just play for a laugh. But so that's big news, I guess, for anyone that does.
Yeah, it's big. It's huge news. Huge news all over Tinterwebs, which is good. Anyway, but we're talking Age of Sigmar at the minute. Looking forward to the
we're
return.
about to throw some heads.
Oh, some death heads.
Yeah.
So he might actually start killing salamanders. See this list, 18 salamanders is a lot, right? But 12, I think you could have 12 and still have 500 points worth of other stuff, and that's still terrifying.
Even interestingly, to have a few less, to even put just a slan in that you can summon, would make this list 10 times stronger.
Yeah. A slan or croak. Croak's not a lot of points. He'd be less than that, and he's obviously got a lot of mortal wound output that he could also be doing in addition. But maybe there's something really powerful, a bit like Mark's Blight Kings. There's something just kind of almost like Russian about the kind of the kind of human meat wall of wargaming that you see sometimes. I think that's the only way I could describe it. And obviously, I'm talking about things like the defense of Stalingrad in real life. I can't think of any other more kind of throw bodies at the problem situation. Oh, is this a big charge? Ooh, is that the charge on these Blight Kings? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in. He's in. There we go. If you guys have just joined us, FYI, thank you, by the way. We are live for the Tabletop Simulator tournament run by the Trollslayers in Plymouth. Plymouth Trollslayers, not the Birmingham ones. I've just found out there are some. And this is battle round. This is round 3. It's only a 3-round event. Me and James are doing the coverage. This is actually turn 4 of this particular game, as you can see. This is better part of Valor. There are 6 objectives, and you only score points if you burn the objective. So, and you do that by controlling it at the end of your turn and deciding to do so. And they're worth different points at the end. But a lot of it is just trying to grab your opponent's objective for just one turn, so you can burn it while holding onto yours. Is kind of the trick. But there's Azrak. There's no dead frog in this list. What we're watching here is there was a block of 20 Blight Kings. They were here. There's still quite a few of them, isn't there? I think there's 17 maybe still.
Yep. Yeah, we still got a few.
16. But there was also a block of 10. They're down to 3. There were 2 more blocks of 5. They're holding these objectives. And then there's some Plague Bearers. There's some here. And there's some here that have been summoned thanks to this Great and Clean one. They are defending against the board-wide teleports the 18 Salamanders or Skinks are able to do. We've got some red Salamanders here aggressively moving towards these Blight Kings in the next turn. It's Nurgle's turn. They're active right now. They're hitting into these. They've just activated and attacking into these Salamanders and these Salamanders. They're in the Blight Cyst as well, so they've all got additional rend on their army, and they're near this Harbinger of Decay, so they've got a 5-up DPR. But I think we saw what 3 Salamanders were able to do in combat last time. Imagine 6 of them. But there's no Skink Handlers left on these Salamanders now, so we might actually lose some Salamanders from this unit.
Yeah, one's down to a wound, and they've just been hit by 6 Blight Kings. So I imagine we're going to see some die. Okay,
well that'd be a nice little change, right? And then these Blight Kings are going to wipe out these Skinks here, leaving. So that block of 20 might genuinely punch through on that top objective, right? I think Mark's plan was to use this 10 to soak up all of the damage to finally whip through.
I think the problem is with that 20 because so many of them because they're still in combat. So there's 21 on the Salamanders.
So say that again.
21
attack, 21 saves.
They're dead.
At -1. There you go. 18. So all those. We've finally seen a unit of Salamanders lifted.
It's only taken 4 turns.
But it's been a quick 4 turns, right?
Yeah.
But then now, he's also going to attack with 3 Blight Kings into these.
Yeah.
That top objective is looking a little bit precarious.
I don't think it. I think the problem for me is that because they're already locked into combat, it's going to take them more than the turns they've got left to get in. So, obviously, the top of turn 4, Nurgle won it, so this is his turn. And I just don't think he can cover enough ground in one more turn.
So it's all about teleporting these blues around here and just keep burning this bottom objective. I mean, as you can see in this element, this Great and Clean one has come down to help out. But you could potentially put the blues in this top left-hand corner, attack these Plague Bearers that are here, and then try and get onto that objective that way. That could be his process as well. The Great and Clean one's come down to try and defend this bottom objective. So if he brings the blues over, he might have the Great and Clean one to deal with, or he could support the reds, or he could just go up to the top and kind of split the difference, which I think probably is maybe a better choice at this stage, is to take the blues and drop them over at the top left-hand objective. But we'll see. So we'll see what he decides to do, basically.
Yeah, I think there came a point, didn't there, where he had to kind of play at this point for a major or a loss, because he's never going to win, I don't think, the minor at this point, because those Blight Kings are just so expensive per unit.
Yes.
Although I think at the minute, are we 0-0 kill points?
No, because he's killed the Salamanders.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So Salamanders are all his at the minute. So it's also a good army on Mark's part for holding on to points, right? But yeah, there's no skink retreating no more. No skinks will be retreating. So here we're seeing some. Is these attacks coming in from the sallies, or are these the
Yeah.
ones going into the sallies? Oh, no, yeah, they've taken their damage. Oh
there
no,
we go.
this is. There we go. These are all these skinks getting whomped by the Blight Kings here in the bottom. So while we're waiting to find out what happens in this combat here, I think we're going to be getting some information from our man Adam. Adam, are you there?
Yeah, buddy.
Are you telling us what's happening in the rest of the event?
Yeah, so we've just had I've basically just been at the same table on table 1 with Benjamin versus the Seraphon for the last about 20 minutes because, oh my god, it is probably the best. It was insane, basically. So Benjamin obviously fucked up on the maths, and he needed to win the priority. He got the priority, and then realised that if he didn't burn one of the objectives, he would still lose. So basically, his whole army charged in, fucking buffed up to shit, ready to kill some skinks and some shitty Seraphon. And then on one of the objective, whiffed with everything.
Wow. What?
And only managed to kill like 20 skinks.
Oh, wow.
So it came down to his final combat between 3 sharks and 40 skinks. If he didn't kill enough, he just lost the game outright.
Amazing. And how did he? And were the skinks buffed up in any way, or they just naked in
they
their
were
pants?
buffed up a bit, but luckily Benjamin did manage to kill enough, and enough of them battle shocked off as well.
Oh.
So he's just in the game. There's one objective left, but if the Seraphon player can keep that objective till the end of turn 5, he will still win.
Wow.
So it is a very, very tight game.
Okay, reminds me a lot of watching Benjamin play Dan Ford, actually, maybe 2 years ago at Bobo, Long Live Bobo, it should be this weekend, where the same thing happened, and it came down to holding an objective on that final turn. But in this time Benjamin is the aggressor, and his opponent is the defender. So, it'll be fun to see how that works out.
Seraphon left. There's not a lot of Seraphon left. Croak is dead as well.
Really?
He's killed Croak. So there isn't a lot left on that middle objective. So it really does depend on what the Seraphon player can pull out, to be honest.
Woohoo! Exciting. That sounds like a fun game. Well, in this game, Adam, we've finally seen a unit of Salamanders die, as Mark got the priority into turn 4, but we're still waiting on the Seraphon having their turn 4 in a moment. And we've got a lot of Salamanders to bring to bear. But it's looking very close.
Doesn't look very good for the Nurgle right now.
It's pretty risky. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty risky.
I did say should have just charged, burnt everything, win.
Exactly. But we are into the Seraphon turn now. I'm right in thinking that, James?
Yep.
So we're into the Seraphon turn. They sat with 1 command point, and they are gonna bring. I don't know what they're going to do actually at this stage. It'd be quite interesting to see. Nurgle's still got 6 contagion points, and he's got to bring. There's a lot of Blight Kings here that he's going to have to deal with. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Blight Kings, as well as this original 3 here. These 3 no longer getting their 5+ DPR save. So probably the right decision is to try and move up as much as possible, shoot into the big block of Blight Kings and charge the little block of Blight Kings, killing those in combat. That's the right way to activate it. But it's all about what he does with the blues over here. Obviously, these Salamanders are going to probably shoot and charge into these Blight Kings. But it's what the blue ones, where they teleport to. That's the real question. What would you do, James? What would you do with the blue Salamanders?
I think they need to do something, right? So maybe even if he just brings them forward to shoot those last 3 green Blight Kings, who aren't going to get their 5+ save anymore, and then the pinks and the blues are all free to shoot the big blob of orange ones. I think that's the way forward.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
That for me is it. That's the play.
Yeah, and then maybe move the orange skinks back as much as possible so they can't
Yeah.
get charged in some sort of way. Good job. James is here to help keep me up to date. I agree with you. Yeah, Salamanders, Perkysaurus. If you're just back and you haven't been keeping track with the power level of Seraphon, Perkysaurus, you're going to be really happy. The Salamanders have got real good, real quick, arguably too far.
Literally overnight.
Yeah, overnight they powered up.
They went to sleep. They hibernated. They got good.
They're amazing in combat as well. I think that's my favourite part. How
I think that's
crazy
the craziest part, personally.
Do you honestly think?
Yeah, like they've always been a shooting unit. I think, albeit because of the difference in their range and the teleport, they weren't as strong because you had to debate like, how am I going to do it? How do I get them to hit with that minimal range? I don't really want to take handlers, blah 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 blah. I think now like it's like, oh, their shooting's really good, but actually they fight like a truck too.
Yes, they
Like
fight.
that's what makes them terrifying. Like if you're like, oh, they're a strong shooting unit, their range is okay, but I can leg it from them, is one thing.
Yeah,
But when you've got none of that option,
and they're going to teleport and get me.
yeah.
It's a cool list, though. I mean, Abay's got to be really happy. There's no character missions. He's got like some tiny characters with 4 wounds each. His general is a 70-point skink priest. So he really doesn't have if it was a character mission, he'd be pretty messed up in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like, so for me, like, and I know again, I think I've talked about this before. Maybe the last time we covered the last, but I also think like it's a great way for people to try out lists that they probably don't own, because why wouldn't you?
Well, I think that's kind of been the theme of the day, right? All day we've just looked at lists that would be either crazy expensive to own, or you don't really own it because you'd think you have to try it out. So we've seen Benjamin Sava's 6 sharks, we've seen the 18 Scourge Runner chariots earlier, and now we're looking at 18 salamanders. So, and I guess Mark's Blight King list is pretty unique. I don't know anyone who owns 40 Blight Kings. That's 8 boxes of Blight Kings that you'd have to pick up, which is a considerable amount, right?
Yeah, I know Chuggy owns a fair amount.
But does he own 40?
He might do now, you know.
Is he going to be inspired by this? That's the real question. We'll see. I guess we will see. What does everyone think of these 2 lists? Gross? Happy with them? Don't care? What lists are you thinking of running at the next event you can ever go to? I'd love to know what all your thoughts are.
In 2021?
In 2021, yes.
Luminous.
Bloody space elves. No one wants a space elf, do they?
Me. I want a space elf. Okay, there's all our movement done.
Okay, so wait, but what about the blues and the teleport?
Apparently they're not going anywhere.
Shut up.
Let's not talk about it. I'm already sad.
Wait, the blues aren't teleporting?
Nope, not by the look of it. Oh, no.
So if you guys want to know what the lists are, you can type !lists in the chat. If you also want to see how the rest of the tournament's going on, you can type !bracket. Yeah? So I'll just do that, so you guys can see the lists in the chat. Oh, did that not work? Oh, there you go. But I'll post this in the chat for you guys so you can see the lists. You can find them all on the Honest Wargame website. No, you can't find them there. Sorry. On the TTO website. Okay. Okay, end of movement. What, the blues haven't moved?
No.
Oh my god, I'm going to zoom
so
in
the
on
pink
them.
shooting
I'm so
into
triggered.
the green.
What are you doing, blues?
Yeah.
Blues, move. So he could have just been contested this back objective. I'm so triggered. So triggered. Sheffield Slaughter, first in the event 2021. That'd be fun. I'd be really happy about that. Just reset the year. We'll just pretend 2020 didn't happen, basically, James. How's that sound? Yeah, Dude, it is like the South Coast GT final all over again. He's going to move here and win the game. The only way I could lose if I do this. Oh, I know. Come on, just take those salamanders and go over there. That's
Too late. We're on turn 5. Oh no, turn 4.
On turn 4.
Those red salamanders have just gone ham.
What? Which ones? The
red ones.
How much damage have they done?
13.
13 damage. Oh my god, they've killed 3 Blight Kings.
Yeah. So once he makes the charge, he's won.
No, because there's still the Plague Bearers holding the objective.
You what, sorry?
There's still the Plague Bearers holding the objective. It depends what he charges. Like, if he gets the charge and he gets the Skinks in, then it's all over. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to speak to the manager about 2020, please, and get the refund.
The purples are going into the yellows.
So the purples over here are going.
Yep.
So the purple salamanders are going into these Blight Kings. Okay. Ooh, baby. Oh, okay. So they're hitting. That's. Oh dear. Oh dear. So they're saving on 6s. That's what they're doing. Saving on 6s. So that's a lot of mortal wounds. They've got a 5-up DPR save. That's what they're rocking. These Blight Kings. They have saved. There you go. So they've only taken 6 damage. So that's another 1 dead. That's I don't think they're going to do enough damage, to be honest, James. Thanks to this Harbinger. He's just going to keep.
I don't think it matters at this point, does it? He's literally just whittling them down so they can't take the objective now.
I think that's a smart play, really, and it's all
and
about
I still
that.
think it's that same thing where they're still in combat. They've still got a pile in rather than charge. They can't make the long charge to get to the back of the objective.
And to be fair, he's probably going to charge the blue ones in as well, and that's a good fight for that situation because they still do incredible output in combat, don't they? The salamanders. So, oh, look at those 5-ups. You see that? He saved 10 out of 17 5-ups. He must have saved about 50 wounds of 5-ups at this stage on that one brick. It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I would love to run that list, I think, in the future. Or at least just the Harbinger and 20 Blight Kings.
I think that the Harbinger's just, like, his ability's just so strong. But I think a new Nurgle book comes and that's probably going to get hit.
I don't know. It's quite hard. It's 7-inch range, man. It's not like it's brilliant.
But it's not wholly within, is it? Like, there's going to be a wholly within on that, I think.
I think that would be a shame if that's the case. I think that would be a real shame.
But there's very few rules left that are within, right?
Yeah, I guess so. No, that's not true. These skink abilities or these skink priest abilities are all just within.
True. So maybe not.
I wish that was the case. Oh, only 1 5 up there. 12 out of 13 went through. So that's 3 more dead Blight Kings. Wow. 3 more dead ones. That is a lot. And he's going to try and keep that 5 up as much as he can. Has he got a CP for Battle Shock? He's got a CP for Battle Shock, which is going to be important. But again, they are just ripping through. I can't believe we're seeing nearly 120 wounds with a 5-up. And to be honest, Mark has been crushing those 5-up saves, right?
Yep.
It's been crushing.
Okay, that's all the shooting done.
Oof. Okay.
Charge at the back first.
You what?
Okay, so they're going to do this red salamander charge first.
Oh, okay. Red salamander charge. Here we go. Getting them in. Getting them in. It's going to be very close. Very close. Oh, come on. Get it in. Where's his dice roll? Where's his dice? There's dice everywhere on this board.
So they need a 5.
A 5. Ooh. He's got a 6. He's got a 6. But will he actually be able to get in? Oh, it doesn't measure. Will he actually be able to get onto the objective though? Because he still has to outscore the Plague Bearers. You think?
He's got a pile in.
8 inches, man. I don't know.
He's got a pile.
We'll see. We'll see. He has to outscore by 5. He also has to actually kill the Blight Kings as well, and it's not a done deal.
It's not, but I think it's I mean, so he's got.
Well, so he's going to be able to pile those in 3 inches, which means because he needs to get 5 in basically. That's the maths.
I think he's going to win that whatever unless they kill some, right?
What, pardon me?
I don't think
Yes. No. He has to. I think he has to kill. He has to kill them. I think. I wonder if he's going to charge the blue salamanders in as well, just to try and nuke this unit. That would be the right decision in my mind. But we'll see. We'll see. He should definitely charge in the pink ones. He should charge the pink ones in as well. Just get involved. And then just wipe off all the threats. But I mean, to be fair, those blue salamanders also should have been in the corner as well. So
yeah.
Whatevs.
Super cagey as a player.
Very, very cagey, but really fun. Really fun. I imagine activating the bottom just in case something terrible goes wrong, and he's going to want to make sure all of the skink handlers survive.
It's been a really pleasant game to listen to. It's been really nice.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Max Benton, big question: will we see Seraphon change before quarantine ends, or will the first 20 back be almost lizards? I guess, Max, the real tough thing about everything that we're seeing on TTS games and tournaments is obviously tournaments are going to scale up in different ways and at different places at different times. So it really does depend when we're able to all get out and go to tournaments again. I'm sure we'll start seeing results from small little like 10-man, 20-man events, especially in America where they seem to be opening up already. Like there was a 40k event 2 weeks ago, to be honest, which was obviously not condoned by the community, but whatever. So yeah, I think we probably won't see any updates for now because Games Workshop aren't paying attention to the tabletop simulator community. So the GHB, as Michael was saying over on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, sorry, has already been to print, but they did last year. Don't forget, they did do digital updates for points. We saw Skaven and Sinesh getting digital updates and Fresh Eater Courts. So I'm really hoping they stick with that because they've been, while they might produce absolute like stupidity like these salamanders like we're seeing, they also do work out, at least working on some of it if they think it's too much. So I'm hoping that we see some change to Seraphon at least. I'd like to see some changes to Seraphon, definitely. I'd also like to see some changes to Tzeentch, because as much as I love what I've painted up, I wouldn't mind Flamers being a bit more expensive, to be honest, and maybe even a Gaunt Summoner on a disc of Tzeentch being 40 points more seems about right. But that's just me. James, do you like to see any changes?
I think there's some armies that need looking at, but I think what we're probably waiting for now is a bunch of new books again, isn't it?
Yeah, don't forget we've got Lumineth soon. We've got Lumineth,
Yep.
we've got the Giants. It's been rumoured that we're getting Idoneth, Daughters of Cain, and Nurgle as well this year, and as well as the Mortal Slanesh book. So there's loads of updates coming. Loads and loads of updates still. So, you know, there's all the hype around 40k. We've still got loads of Age of Sigmar updates. GHB, so much coming out still for Age of Sigmar. And it's still such an alive game. Still such an alive game. So many people still writing so many awesome lists.
That was a weird first activation choice.
Did he activate with the purples and not with the reds?
Yeah.
Obeyed. Come on. Come on. That's not right. So now Mark needs to attack, obviously, with the Blight Kings and just kill any of the skinks. Oh yeah, also Silver should get loads cheaper. A Tree Lord, based on a Tree Lord, based on the contorted epitome of Sinesh, a Tree Lord should be 120 points.
Yep.
No, I disagree. Because of the Behemoth rule, a Tree Lord should be 80 points. That's what I'm saying.
If that.
Yeah. So welcome back to Adam. He's going to give us some update on some of the information that we've seen around the tournament.
Were you just saying Sylvaneth needs to go down in points?
I personally think that Tree Lords should probably be 80 to 100
Well,
points.
apparently, you are wrong.
Why? Someone won 2 games with their Sylvaneth.
Yeah, buddy.
do you know that that's called submarining? So you lose your first game, and it means you've got easier games 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's how you win tournaments.
Yes.
That's how
So
that's how you get good, mate.
so have the Silverleft just won their match? Is that what
He's
we're
not
hearing?
officially won yet, but he's playing to basically go for the 20-0.
Right. Okay. Well, that's exciting.
So yeah, he's pretty much locked that one down. But the big news is from Darren Watson's table.
Yep.
And Darren, with his Phoenix Guard, was playing into a change host list, which he claimed was an unwinnable game. Turns out he was not. It was not unwinnable, and Darren played for the double turn, got it, and fucking smashed him.
There you go. There you go. Oh, so he's killed a salamander. Sorry. Well, that's really interesting. I mean, the Phoenix Guard can tank a change host all day long. I don't know why that was an issue, but like, that's good. I'm glad he's taken him out, especially. So the Phoenix Guard. So Darren's running big blocks of Phoenix Guard. And the Phoenix, and he was into a bunch of flamers in the change house. Them 20 pink horrors though, I'd love to have seen that interaction. That'd have been really fun. Did he one-shot them?
I honestly don't know. I just got a message from him saying, "I fucking won."
Oh, that's great news.
As well as that, Dan Arnold won against the Ossiarch Bone Reapers in the end.
Oh wow! Okay, amazing.
Yeah, so he managed to take that win. So he is more than likely between him and whoever wins on table 1, and they will probably take the event out.
Wow. Okay, so table 1 is still up against it. That's Benjamin Sava versus Pietra.
Their game is probably going to go to turn 5, by the sounds of it.
Ooh, very
it's going to be close.
So just in this game, just because we're at a moment, we're at a close moment. As you can see here, the salamanders didn't activate down here, so now he's had to take off one of his salamanders to keep the skinks alive. So that he can outscore.
I have no idea why he did that.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that either.
I mean, that one's madness, right?
Yeah, but can we talk about the fact that the blue salamanders have also charged in, and now they've reduced this block of 20 Blight Kings down to 4? Maybe even a few more are dead now. Oh, so they're piling in now. So just 4 salamanders, so 4 Blight Kings left from that brick. And there's also these pink salamanders to activate. Why these blue salamanders aren't in the game still tickles my pickle.
You know what? I think maybe they had a really busy game last game, too tired.
Too tired.
Or because they're cold-blooded, they haven't seen any sunlight in that back corner, so they don't know what to do. One or the other.
I think so.
I
think so. I mean, it would have been quite interesting to have seen them in the middle of the game from early. So 3 bricks. I maybe would have been tempted to have put 2 units, 3 bricks of salamanders in the middle, and then 1 on each side, right? And then moved my army around as I needed. But whatever. So yeah, we're seeing these Blight Kings here strike back into the blue salamanders, and also the pink ones, and then I guess we'll see this activation from these salamanders into these Blight Kings here on the center objective. And then, but he hasn't actually activated with the red one, which is still the weirdest activation choice I've ever seen.
I literally, like, of all the things I've seen today, that was the craziest one.
Not the 18 chariots.
No, love that chariot. Want to buy them, but not gonna. I think the chariot list was my favourite list all weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you like most about it?
It's just so much fun.
Why don't you like the salamander version? The salamanders thing is the same thing.
Oh my god, now he's activating the reds. I'm pretty sure those pinks haven't gone. I'm literally so confused. I mean, I know it's hot.
Wait, was it 24?
Warhammer in so long.
Was it 18 chariots or 24 chariots? Does anyone remember?
24 salamanders.
No, it's 8 twine. Oh, I'm sure it was 8 times 3 chariots. So it was. Oh no, that's 24 chariots. Yeah. Shit, it was 24 chariots. James, you gonna collect that army?
No.
Why? Why not? Why don't you want to get 24 chariots?
Because I'm gonna buy Lumineth Ram.
Oh yeah, I guess you
I'm
want Lumineth
I'm gonna
Realm
have
Lords.
a really engaging army that's 100 bowmen.
You're gonna have 100 bowmen.
Yeah, that's what I've decided.
Please, just in the future, can we only ever min-max all units?
Yeah,
27
just
eels. Yeah, 27 eels. 150 bowmen. Yeah. Oh! That's a battle shock. Was that a battle shock? No, it was a... Oh, look at this. He's got a Team Wales dice. Seeing rolled on the stream there. So there's salamanders jumping on that objective. So they have capped this objective, I think. It's all theirs.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's 6 models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models there. So pretty good. But he hasn't activated with this unit, which is super weird, but okay. Not sure about that.
This whole activation's been super weird.
Yeah. James, you're a bit of a... Because don't you also have 120 Marauders, or is it 180?
140.
140 Marauders.
Only 140.
Only 140. And do you find that to be the right amount of Marauders?
Not anymore. So in the old edition, it was funny because each Marauder was one. It was 1 point per wound. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. So they were super strong. Now I think my lists have basically run. What have I been running? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80. I think is my actual average now.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so 80 plus 10 a turn. So 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 in the entire.
That's a lot of Marauders. I think it's like the people who own 120 Plague Monks. For that few weeks or few months where they were running around, they were having the best time. James? Yeah. Oh no, I've lost him. I've lost my friend. Oh no.
Who have you lost?
Oh no, you're back!
Yeah, I'm here.
I was so worried. I was panicked. Do we know which activation? Oh, so we've lost the Salamander over here as well because of a weird activation. Because he activated over there first.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. And he's actually taken the Salamander off as opposed to Skinks.
Which is down to battle shock, basically.
No, he doesn't think he has to kill a Salamander. He's just doing it so he has more bodies on the board. Is what's going on. Yeah. Yes, War Machine. He knows that he can kill off the handlers. He's just doing it for bodies because at this stage the Skinks are the scoring unit. Which also, can we talk about the fact that the Salamanders are also a scoring unit thanks to all the Skinks?
Yep.
Like if there was just 3 of them, no handlers, you'd be like, fair enough.
Oh. Oh.
All of the Blight Kings ran away on the battle shock.
D6 + 1 were running.
D6 + 1 were running, so the whole group ran. So there's going to be... These are all bravery 10, so these are fine. These are fine. Over here, is he going to remember to burn the objective? That's the real question.
Who knows? I don't think it matters anyway now. The pink's auto with a...
So if he just burns this objective here, he'll take out the game, basically.
He's been asked if he's going to burn it.
Ooh.
But he's now debating it. I don't know why he's debating it, but he is. Okay, he's burning it. Oh my god, that was a decision that didn't need to be thought about.
So he's burnt it. He's burnt it, everyone. So that gets him 4 points.
Gets him 1.
Oh, 1. Because he's only held it for 1 turn. That's correct. So Nurgle this turn scored nil point again. However, in this turn 4, about to have the priority, 1 point. But because the way it works, if you guys don't know, it's all about as long as you've held the objective, you get more points. So basically, if both players own all of their own objectives since the beginning, they'll score 8 points per objective. But if you can break that chain for just 1 turn, you'll score that. Yeah. You basically not only score 1 point, but you deny them 7 points. So that's what he's done here, going into the priority. And that means that... And he's in a pretty sound place in his objective as well. I mean, to be fair, there is a Harbinger of Decay and a Lord of Blights that could come and beat him up. And also a Great Unclean One of Nurgle. But they're too far away. Even with run and charge, I don't think he's going to be able to handle it. So, yeah, question in the chat. Is there... any Gloomspite Gits players. There are not any Gloomspite Gits players in the chat, which is playing at this tournament. If Lizard get turn, they auto win. Yes, they do. I wonder if they've done priority, James.
I think they're currently mathing out if it's worth doing.
Well, if the priority is the easiest thing to do, just work that out.
You what? Sorry.
If they just do the priority, then all that has to happen is Seraphon just wins the game. So, been a very interesting game. To be honest, I thought I'd see more output from the Salamanders, but I guess doing 120 wounds is fairly impressive. Like out of here, and really it was only 4 units of Salamanders that were doing it, with these 2 units just doing what they do best. But it was pretty wild, Maybe easier to shut down with more mobile army. I was thinking of what the matchup into Aina Thiepkin would be like, but still very, very, very good. Brad Pitt Lord loving it, loving the big smiles. They're just doing the maths, I think. Is this the case?
Yeah, it's very convoluted. So, Mark, I think, is it that's playing? Is Nurgle. Basically thinks he can still win the game.
He thinks he can still win the game.
Apparently.
Oh, okay. Okay, how would he do that? That's a great question. He's sat on 6 contagion points over here. I guess he could potentially. I'm not sure. I'm very excited to find out. Mark could get him if he gets the turn and somehow destroys 2. How's he going to do it? Because we know what he needs to do, but how could he do it? It's the how. That's the real question. I guess if he summons from the Feculent Gnarlmaw, which is 9 away, yeah? Right.
Okay, they're going to do the last turn.
Okay, so priority roll. Priority roll right now. Here we go.
I don't know if...
Wizardry. Ellis, I really like your commentary and this stuff, by the way.
Okay, so priority... who's Mere Mouse?
That's Mark.
Oh, so Seraphon won the priority roll.
Oh, there we go. 5-2. Priority to Seraphon. They just burn all their objectives and they win the game.
He can't burn them all though. He can.
Yeah, burns all his own objectives and then wins the game. Because it's his turn. So he scores 8 points for each one. Bam, 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 bam. Pow, 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 pow. Napalm.
So why are they playing this through?
So maybe for secondaries.
He can win.
Who can win?
No, for some reason Mark still thinks he can win.
What with Seraphon having the turn? Have we got all the information correct?
Yep. So I'll read it. So he says, just working out the secondaries, and then they said we're going to do. So Mark said, going to do the last turn. Small chance I can salvage it.
Oh, he means on the secondaries, not on the whole game.
Okay.
Yeah. Not on the whole game, because it's not possible. Do you burn them? Oh, but yeah. Do you burn them turn 5 or still have them turn 5? That's the question. You've got it in front of you, haven't you?
Yep. If a player gains control of the objective and in the first battle round and has not left control of it by the end of their turn in the 5th battle round, they score 8. So you don't even have to burn it. So the end of the Seraphon turn, he's going to score 8, 16, 24 points.
Yes. So it's just
technically, which I don't think I've ever played before. I think I've always played you burn them, but technically you don't even burn them at the end. You just sit there.
Yep. So congratulations to Obaid on that game. He's done it. He's done it. 24. This will be the way the score goes, unless it goes really wrong. If you guys are interested. So it will go 24. Well, it will actually go 25. 25. And then if Mark burns all his objectives, he'll end up with 16. That's how it works out. That's the final score. It's a really fun scenario, actually, when you actually take the time to look at it. Like, it's so dependent on giving So you have to defend lots more in your backfield than you would normally think about. I really like this battle plan. I think this is one of the best. This is a great battle plan.
It's one of the better ones, I think, right?
Yeah, I think really, really good, really fun. I really enjoyed it, and thank you to everyone who joined us live. Ellis the Menace, Chris, War Machine, Scott B, Brad Pitt Lord. You guys have all been amazing. And there's so many people hanging out with us. Thank you. We'll be doing this again in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks today. So join us for that tournament coverage again. James, been a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure as always. Twitch chat.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the results, you can obviously go onto Tabletop TO and see the results there. We'll also tweet them out when they happen. But it's been a great old game. It's been the meme day has been great. The meme wars we'll call this Saturday.
It almost feel like it's been really good fun watching stuff that probably we wouldn't normally see as well.
Yeah, I mean, if there's someone in the world who had, if they were at the same tournament where someone had 24 chariots and someone had 18 salamanders, we'd all be like, "What is happening in the world?" We'd probably be in Australia, to be honest.
Yep.
But it's been great fun. Really great fun, and it really does show that you can have these competent games and learn some things from what's going on. But yeah, it's been great, and also big shout out to Adam for again organising the event.
Send him some Thatchers, people.
Yeah, send him some Thatchers. You can follow him, Adam Trollslayer on Twitter. He loves Thatchers. If you want to say thank you to him. Bye. Thanks, Rob. Kept me entertained all day. Hopefully, I can run the chariots again next time if the missus isn't working. That'd be lovely. Because I loved watching you play, man. It's great. Speaking of Adam, hey Adam.
Oi, all right.
Time for the final roundup of the event. Let us know what's going down.
To be honest, everything's just sort of chilled out, and everyone's sort of in that final few turns that they're not really doing anything until it happens. So unfortunately, I've not really got a lot. All I know at the moment is Dan Arnold won. Benjamin is still fighting to win. The bottom few tables are finished. So Skaven lost again. So there's a Skaven guy that's lost all 3 of his games. So Timothy is not got on the wooden spoon.
Well done, Timothy. Really happy with
that. Matt with the Silver F, he got his 20-0.
Oh, really?
So he did pretty well. Yeah, against Fireslayers, he got 20-0 victory.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Still a rubbish book.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Still won by that rubbish.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, Matt.
Same.
Don't be sorry. Matt sucks.
Anyway, well, it's been a pleasure, Adam. Thank you so much for organising the event again, as always.
That's all right.
Yeah, you guys have been great. Yeah, you can see turn 5. It might not even end up the score that we thought it might end up. These salamanders have attacked over here. It's fun. But yeah, thank you for organising it. Thank you to everyone. We're going to go now. You can join me again tomorrow. I might do the bit of a tournament wrap up. Look at some of the results tomorrow day. Join me midday, and obviously you can join me midday every day. And if you want to see some battles, I'll be online every morning at 9 a.m. playing a game against some people in the breakfast battles this week. So please do join us for that. You guys are great. Thank you very much.